Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Friday, Mosh Pit. You did it. We did it. We have made it to the weekend. Hope you all have a great start to your kind of chilly weekend out there. It's chilly here anyway. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of run we have today. This meme of the day, it's something else. Now, only true believers and true watchers of the Mosh Pit will get this reference. From Divisor, title thread was, "This hallway smells amazing." If you know, you know. If you don't, then, well, you probably need to watch some other videos here on the channel. Thank you very much, Divisor, and everyone who upvoted that one. Not a lot of upvotes, but I did get a lull out of it because, yeah, that's exactly how it works in that universe. Ooh, we have Sulfur and Ghost Pepper, y'all. Charlie Foxtrot Zulu Bravo 631 Victor. Man, oh man. Rare Candy, I'm just going to go ahead and yeet right now just because it just gets in the way. Our tears rate is just not up to snuff here. Damage is below average by barely, but shot speed's good. Our movement speed is adequate for now. And, of course, we also have Sulfur, which is going to be the biggest thing that we've got going on for us currently, as it does not only contribute towards the Leviathan transformation, but also, of course, give us the on-demand Brimstone. And, you know, it's there are certain items that you get in this game that's just like, I know that I'm going to be fine in certain parts. That was Saturnus, by the way. Or no, that was Jupiter, by the way, which I don't want. I do like Jupiter, but I also kind of don't like Jupiter nowadays. The offense of Jupiter can be very, very good. The problem that I have with Jupiter is just the movement speed down. That's the big problem. If this were later on in the game, or if we had flying or something like that, to where our mobility wouldn't be so severely hampered by Jupiter, I would totally take it. But unless we absolutely need to get the HP here, I don't think that it's it's wise for us to get it. Yeah, we need to get some luck upgrades here too, because negative 0.91 is not going to cut it in terms of Ghost Pepper. Ghost Pepper is a phenomenal item, though, that's going to give us the blue candle shot, as opposed to the Bird's Eye Chili that we had yesterday, which was the orange candle or red candle shot. And I like Ghost Pepper a little bit better than Bird's Eye, just because of that fact, because the blue fires, they do not go out whenever they take out an enemy projectile. And it just makes for an all-around just more DPS, more uptime, although they do dissipate on their own. As you see there, they're not affected by what projectiles they stop and which ones they don't. Yep, Sulfur going to easily take down Black Widow. We still have not found our item room yet. We're going to get an HP upgrade here, which is good. We'll get some messy hair. My hair is not quite this messy yet, but it's starting to get up there, man. Seagram's there, by the way, but we have no excuse me, we have no Bomba. And we get a Nemec, which yeah, not phenomenal here. Not gonna have a bomb, so we can't get anything else. Can't go in the secret room. Can't do this. Can't do that. Can't go anywhere. But yeah, Jupiter's not on the menu for me here. I was hoping that we were gonna get Neptunus or something like that, or maybe even Uranus. That would have been nice. We go on to last week's question of the episode from the inevitable episode, which of course was the Omega run that we had from December. And I mean, we're still in December, obviously, but yes, from the Omega run, awesome work on the thumbnail from Alex, and everybody was hyped about that run, obviously, with understanding. I mean, I knew that was going to be a big hit, and I really wanted to make the Omega run happen. They kind of pinched us there for a second. Seagram's going to be here, by the way. This one coming in from Sea Dog, who said, question of the episode, what is the easiest way or best way to break the game? The easiest to best way to break the game, if we're talking, I mean, it depends on what mode we're talking about. In the normal mode, I would definitely say something to the effect of Blank Card, or Blank Rune and Yara. That's still going to be the go-to. You could have a Blank Card and Wild Card break as well. That's a very good way to do it. You know, you also have the failsafe of spin down die. The spin down will always be able to break the game to a certain extent. But if we're talking about the simplest way, in my opinion, and like probably the most approachable, easiest way to do so, just pick up Glitch Crown. Glitch Crown is going to be able to give you some of the most powerful runs in the entire game with very, very little. You don't need any components. You just need Glitch Crown. Now that does set you up for other things like going into secret rooms, and you get those premier game-breaking items like Rock Bottom, like Death Certificate. Diplopia is going to be able to give you stuff like that as well. Access to just getting more items than you normally would have been getting. But it all starts and ends with Glitch Crown, in my opinion. You could say, well, you can get Death Certificate, blah, 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 and get this and that and that. Yeah, but you can only use that once. We're talking about game-breaking stuff. And in my opinion, Glitch Crown is the answer here. I wouldn't mind getting 9 volt. Be careful with the continuum tiers here. That's definitely going to be able to get us 9 volt, which I am super stoked about. I mean, we might as well buy it now. It wastes a full charge, but that's the least of our problems here. Soul Heart is good, so we have 1 red heart upgrade. We need to be careful though, unless we get something good in the devil deal, we may not be able to pick one up. I think we have 2 soul hearts and 1 red heart to go off of. I believe so, anyway. We get Sulfur and Continuum, which is just going to give us a very long, extending Brimstone, which goes on forever. You okay, Dangle? Look at that. Look at that. Ghost Pepper going off. That goes Dangle. We do get a movement speed upgrade, which I will take. And we can actually take both of these essentially for free. So I'm going to take the Pact, and I'm going to take Empty Vessel, which is going to give us 3 soul hearts and flying now. And that's phenomenal. I don't think there's any reason for us to go all the way in the curse room. Yeah. Extremely good devil deal. So we have 2 HP left. And I was incorrect. It gives us 2 HP, not 3. I was thinking of the Sinvicta robes, which we got yesterday. What's nice about Continuum is that we do have spectral tiers. Not piercing shots, but they're spectral. And you can also do this, which you can shoot through the screen, which is kind of nice in case if you do have a hard-to-reach enemy that's just kind of being stubborn and just not going anywhere. Smart Fly here, which... I would eventually like to see some kind of update to the flies, like Friend Zone and Forever Alone, that kind of stuff. It would be cool to see them get an overhaul and like custom graphics and all that kind of stuff. Look at that! Look at that! Giving us that advantage of having spectral tiers here. Early flying on floor 3 is absolutely huge for us because it's going to allow us to get to places that we normally wouldn't be able to get to. We also picked up the Number of the Beast, which is going to give us a 10%, or not a 10. I don't think it's a flat 10%. It's a decent boost to our devil deal chance. And if you got nothing else to take, then why not? Got the Empty Vessel shield there that landed on 640, which means that the next shield won't be here until 8 minutes, essentially. I think, or no, it's gonna be 720. Yeah, 720. I think we will get refunded a full charge here because this is an XL room and we have 9 volt. Yep, there we go. Gotta be careful here. We haven't gotten into the shop yet. It's gonna be Bighorn. I am happy that we at least got the movement speed from the belt. Oops. Shove that right back in your face there, Bighorn. Now you may have noticed that we're also... A lot of our tier effects are also gaining the spectral tier property thanks to Continuum, which is why Continuum is pretty good most of the time. There are certain situations where it can cause a little bit of problems. Brimstone can sometimes be one of them. But in my opinion, getting the spectral tiers is it's too powerful not to get. We get a luck upgrade, which is very, very nice for us because of Ghost Pepper, and also a couple keys, which is also very good for us to kind of get around and enter rooms, open chests. You know how it goes. Out of context, that sounds pretty metal. I'm not gonna lie. We're opening chests like Doom Guy. That shouldn't have been possible, game. I don't know if you all saw that, but we kind of phased that half heart through existence there. A couple more bombs here. I don't know where the super secret room is. I'm probably not going to hunt for it for very, very long. It could be here, but I'd be surprised. Huh. This is not a high percentage wall, so I'm a little bit corn fuzzled by that. Reverse justice card. Now we're talking. Okay, so we can place this. We don't have a reroll pedestal, but we can put this in the secret room and use our last 4 keys for this. And this could be kind of pog. See, could have been is the key word there. It could have been pog, but instead we're gonna go ahead and just get zero items. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go out and buy this key now. So, but hey, you only miss all the shots that you don't take, right? Not a very good investing decision, but it is true though. Just like selling stuff, like you don't actually lose anything until you sell for a loss. You don't ever want to do that. All right, we got Stars card. We can go in here and teleport out. Ooh, this could be interesting here, especially in this room. There's not a lot of rocks in here, but there's enough. And after stupidly bombing myself like a moron, the curse room. We might do a little work here with the D-Twizzle. Just need lots of rocks. What's nice about the D12 plus the 9 volt is that we can have a lot more use. Like we can go ahead and use it in here. It's not guaranteed to get us anything, of course, but again, it's about creating opportunities for yourself. And also forgiving yourself for being an idiot by bombing yourself. Actually, a little bit surprised the secret room's not there. Like yesterday, we don't have card reading. At this point, we will probably end up taking damage, and then we can go into the boss trap room. That's me just looking for an opportunity here. Green flies almost juked me. Definitely slowing down on momentum, though. The game is catching back up to us in terms of power curve. Again, still not worth really re-rolling here. I can't help but notice that we've gotten barely any rocks game. Or blocks or anything to re-roll since we picked up the D12. So just a little observation. Not insinuating everything, but you know, since picking up the D12, we've gone from having a bunch of stuff to re-roll to now we get rooms like this where there's just nothing. So, you know. And again, it's amazing what kind of things you end up noticing whenever you've brought it attention to your mind. You know, it's like that's not a thing until you really make it a thing. And now it's a whole thing where it's like, well, now I just kind of want to do a full clear just to see exactly how ridiculous this map is for being so anti D12 after giving us the D12. You know, it's one of those extreme logical extremes that you never ever would have even paid any mind to until you start actually paying attention to it and realize, like, hey, wait a second, something's not right here. There we go. And I think we are going to have to go into the boss trap room here. I need to make sure we have sulfur on lockdown. On a full charge. I mean, this was an impressively bad floor for the D12. Really, really bad. Well, it would have worked out, D12. The game had let me. And that was deliberate so I could go into the boss trap room. And yeah. We get Mom's Pearls. We're going to be able to get a soul heart out of it, but more importantly, we're going to get luck rating, which is going to help us out with our DPS and proc rate of Ghost Pepper, which you just saw right there, roasting and toasting's pin. Excuse me? Yeah, so the majority of our sustained DPS right now is built into having procs of Ghost Pepper. So we want to keep getting items that are going to lean into the proc rate, which is just going to be luck oriented stuff. We have 9 bombs, might as well fish for something. This looks like the secret room. I don't know why. It is the secret room. Okay. I'm gonna get a little dicey in here. You always want to try to get Gertie to go dead on at you, not at diagonal like that, for that very reason right there. And we failed a 78% deal with the devil. Okay, so that's a rainbow champion. M would be interesting here, but I really don't think we can afford to lose sulfur at this point. Good judgment card. At least we got a golden bond. M would allow us to re-roll our spacebar items, and it's still something we could possibly use on this floor. What I don't think that it's worth losing sulfur over, because sulfur has been our essentially our shield. Not like the shield we have right now, but our shield against bosses. What are we doing here, room? And our chances of getting boss rush here are dramatically ceasing to exist here. And flying helps us out a lot. There's just something about this room that I absolutely hate. I think it's the flies in this room that drive me crazy. Well, we're here at the boss, but we need to get an HP upgrade first before we do that, and get a demon judgment. All right. You can't hit us up here, Loki. Get an HP upgrade here. Yep. I don't know why did the quarter change like that? Because we had it started off as a red heart pickup, and then we picked up a soul heart and then switched to soul hearts. It's kind of what kind of cheap tricks you got going on here, game? You trying to make us spend 3 hearts instead of 1 now? Obviously, we don't have flying anymore because we've lost empty vessel, so it's in our best interest to go play this demon judgment, but we are essentially we were essentially giving up the chance for us to get boss rush at this point. Okay, so we have flying again. Ooh, that was a good shield. We need to get out before it expires. Very nice. Okay, that was perfect. And I can already tell that our shop and item room are going to be adjacent from one another at this point. And we had so much momentum built into this run at first, and now it feels like it's totally died on us. I'm on full tilt right now from that spike. There is nothing that will get me going faster than a spike that precasts on you. Like straight up, like it's a spike. It doesn't have sentience. It shouldn't be able to like move until you move in front of it. Yeah, so let's forget about boss rush. Boss rush is now done. There's a 0% chance. This was a terrible. This is a terrible map for us to get when we're on the clock. Upper Cables is going to be good. I'm not going to buy Hive Mind, even if I could afford it, which I can't. First Justice card again. Stars card. Judgment. Hey, look at that. A 2 HP. Well, we got an HP upgrade. So that's going to at least allow us. That's going to at least allow us to get a payout, hopefully, from that Demon Judgment. And let's see if this was worth losing our boss rush for. It was. Absolutely. Going back to yesterday's episode with Chaos, I'm curious to know if whether or not that run would have been more powerful. I think it would be fun. It's a neat idea, but it's not practical from a time standpoint for me. But I think it's a neat idea to have, like, instead of our usual Eden video, like our daily video, to have that be replaced with a what if scenario video. Like, I could do a follow-up video where it's like, hey, you know, so this is yesterday's run again, but we're going to answer the question, was this actually better or not better with or without Chaos? That would take the place of the daily run. I don't know how appealing that would be to some people. But it's scenarios like that I would love to play out over again. Occasionally, like I wouldn't overdo it or anything. And this is just a thought that I've had, which I need to stop doing and instead pay attention to the game right now. But we're not taking negative. We get 9 lives in here. We're gonna take Bloody Lust. I'm gonna take Little Horn. This is in the wrong order, by the way, but I'm doing this because I wanted to see what's in there. Yeah. So I'm gonna take 9 lives. Let's see if I can get out the door in time. Probably not. Oh yeah. Well, whatever. What we should have done and could have done was take Little Horn first and then 9 lives, which would have gotten rid of our red hearts anyway and given us flying via empty vessel, but whatever. Just because we don't take the negative here does not mean that we're locked out of victory laps or fighting lamb and stuff. It just means that right now I'm prioritizing safety over big damage, big time plays and stuff. You gotta be smart in Isaac. Right now the Polaroid provides us with a safer run than the negative does. But we can always get to the dark chest and lamb via a Sacrum Shuffle if need be. And we have a Guppy item now, so I'm not going to take Steam Cell. I am going to take Tarot Cloth because I would love to get a good tarot card. And yeah. So I said good tarot card. And kind of using Continuum to create a little crossfire here. You've been caught up in a crossfire. Take these. The early 90s toys had the best theme songs. Early 90s like shows had the best theme songs. Wait, there's the Tenant Rock over here. Try to sneak that by me. Almost got me. This is one of those times where we would want flying. We would want to have sulfur. We just gained a charge there from jumper cables. But flying down here is definitely way, way, way more desirable. Especially since we have empty vessel. Not dealing with this room. This is the advantage of having the 9-volt, allowing us to use sulfur way more often than we normally could. So why not use it? Secret might be here. More bombas. Okay, here's a sack room, but I don't think it's wise right now for us to just yeet all of our lives and an HP for that. Not yet, anyway. Let's see what our Devil Deal brings us, and then we'll reevaluate. I don't know how we escaped that one. Normally, I always take like a guaranteed hit in this room. Ooh, I will take Cracked Crown. I also need to see. Give me a second, because Zombolis has asked me. Has asked me to identify rooms that are cheap. This is one of them. I forget the. I think it's debug 5. Yeah. Gonna take a quick screenshot of this. Doing live dev console stuff. I've relayed it. I've relayed it in real time. Zombolas has opened up his cell phone. You can tell by looking at Discord. And get rid of the room info there. And by the way, if you want to ever have access to that kind of stuff, without having mods, because right now I don't have any mods on, as you can see. There's no external information mod, nothing. But if you want to access the dev console, or just the console in general, all you got to do is go to your options.ini folder, wherever your Isaac installation is, and then just turn on the dev console. Flip the switch, go from 0 to 1, bingo, bango, bongo, got yourself a whole menu. Get a consolation prize, which did give us a tiers upgrade, which is good. Us having sulfur queued up right now also kind of heavily influenced that. And I'll talk about that more in a second. So the reason why that was good that we had sulfur queued up while having consolation prize ready to go for us was because we use sulfur, it severely hampers our tiers rate. One thing that we need right now is a tiers rate upgrade. So you can manipulate which stat gets what buff from consolation prize by giving yourself a handicap in the area of the stat that you need to increase. So for example, this one being Brimstone, of course, is going to destroy our tiers rate, but thanks to consolation prize, it's now like, oh, hey, look, this is the lowest stat that's on the board right now, so we need to increase this one. When in reality, it probably would have given us, like, if we're looking at the stats right now, it probably would have given us maybe tiers. It still might have given us tiers. It'd be tiers or movement speed at this point. But again, you can kind of game the system. Like, if you wanted more movement speed and had Jupiter, for example, you could burn Jupiter to the point of exhaustion, so your movement speed is really, really, really low, and then pick up consolation prize, and then it would be forced to give you movement speed, for example. Oh, we can go into the boss trap room here in a second. Zombolas has read the message but has not responded. I hope I didn't wake him up. I mean, it is 3 o'clock in the morning right now. All right, Zombolas. That is not a devil, or that is not a boss trap room that I am interested in doing. See, I'm waking up developers for you guys and gals out there. I'm doing my diligence in the mosh pit. And all Isaac players out there.
Ace of clubs.
Well, we can get both here, but I honestly only want one. So a trick that I've known about for a while but just never think about doing is you can actually, instead of me going out of here and bombing myself to come back in the devil deal, if you can get out of the room fast enough before you die with 9 lives or any kind of lives item, you can actually get back into this room at no charge for an extra life. Unless, of course, we get Leviathan. All that Sinvicta timing stuff is just... I wonder how many moments of those exist now out of over a decade and a half of doing videos. There's got to be a lot of them. 73%. Now, obviously, we didn't want anything in the devil deal. I mean, Jello wouldn't be bad if we had sulfur as well. But unfortunately, we only have one or the other. And we don't have the 4.5 volt, so we're gonna have to kind of beast mode this now. We gotta start hunkering down because we're on 1 HP. We only have 8 lives, so we gotta go beast mode here. This is where we really praise the fact that we have sulfur. Great shot by Ghost Pepper. Trying to get the statue to fire first before triggering the walking host. And a dead end, all right. Another important aspect, as you just see right here, is that we have the empty vessel shield up currently. So we want to maintain that, which means that we have even more of a reason not to lose this life. As we may need to start timing the shield. I don't mean the early 2000s Michael Chiklis TV series that I know and love. Wow, dude. Of course it's a freaking blorb. I tell you, dude, they are programmed. It is scripted that they will always teleport right on top of you at this point. Brother. This is not the room to be crashing out on here. Jelly Belly saving us there. As like manna from the heavens right there. So what we do is we wait until we go and find Isaac, which we have not been able to do because it's Curse of Lost, of course. And then we come back and fumble around until we find this room again. No. No. Stop this. I'm not doing this. Get out of here. If you move around too much with blorbs, they will, as you've seen twice now, they will telefrag you. Yeah, we can teleport out, but I need to see what this card is. Temperance Machine. Reverse Temperance. Reverse Temperance is all pills. But it's a risk. If we got desperate enough, I would take the 5 pills. The giant candle wax head thing. That was an incredible shot by Ghost Pepper. That shot was so incredible, I wasn't even expecting it. I queued up Sulfur expecting to have to deal with that. This is not a room that we want to be in. No thank you. Champion Red Monster on 1 HP. No thanks. We're getting some pretty hellacious rooms again. We gotta play serious here. Or we going, Monstro? Where are we going? I have to stay out of range of Monstro, but also not trigger the triple shot. Good shot there by Ghost Pepper. I'm going to see if we can beast mode this without using our soul hearts. That would be the best case scenario. It blocks by Ghost Pepper. Again, you're seeing that defensive utility I was talking about. Being able to cancel out those projectiles. There you go. Very nicely done. Bueno. See, now we can go back and get those soul hearts. And we can also go get that temperance, the reverse temperance card, and just in case we need to get them. I mean, I'm talking in like the most utmost emergency situation. We can at least bring it with us to the next floor. So what the reverse temperance machine does, by the way, is it's going to make you take 5 pills, 5 random pills. I don't believe that they operate under the same conditions if you had false PhD or regular PhD or Virgo or Luckfoot. I think it operates independently. All of a sudden, this run got a little tense here. Yeah, Mushroom is probably a take here. Unlike yesterday, we don't have Libra, obviously, so... And we need a Tears upgrade. We don't sacrifice that much damage, and we get more movement speed as well. Okay. We gotta protect these soul hearts. It's the most important thing. I don't like that both of them are pausing here. Alright, there's dead end number 1. I think if we don't have sulfur in this run, I think we're cooked. I'm just gonna be honest. Got mega sulfur now. I absolutely hate when one cage does something and the other one just stands there. Not happy about losing 2 HP. We need to kill Blue Famine last. Because we want that soul heart off of him. And what I'll do is I'll leave the soul heart here. Again, same policy as we did with Isaac. I'm going to leave the soul heart there until we absolutely need it. Or we're about to go fight Blue Baby just to clinch the deal. I even knew that this was going to be a dead end. I still came in here anyway. Big dummy. Oh, well, I didn't mean to pick up that Eternal Heart, but that is going to give us more shielding as well. It's essentially another soul heart, so it's good. Trying to stabilize here. Haglas is going to be Hagla bad. Saving sulfur for the big room. There's no shot we save this Eternal Heart. Again, same deal like we had with the cages last week in that very close call. Corners are your friend here if they take the right angle. You saw it in this corner down here. Yeah, We nuked one of them. That's what we need to do. Oh, you jerk. Double super gluttony. I am going to take lard. We have plenty of movement speed to give. This is a nightmare. This is the definition of a nightmare chest here. Not only for the bosses we've seen, but also just this map layout is definitely working against us. Almost a relief to see someone normal like Chubb. I think this should be Blue Baby over here. The Gaz is going to seal the deal for us. Yeah, this is Blue Baby. So I'm going to leave that Soul Heart over there. I don't think we really need it, especially with us having a Gaz rune at this point. We are going to get it. Hey, look at that. So we are going to get the dub. It was, honestly, it was kind of iffy there in the Cathedral going down to 1 HP. And then losing all those hearts to Cage until Lard showed up. We were, I don't know. It was iffy, but again, sometimes you just got to hunker down and you just got to win it one room at a time. I tell everybody that often, you know. When you get down into it, you're down in the trenches and you're not sure exactly what the game plan is going to be. You don't need to worry about adjusting on the fly or anything like that. Your game plan instantly should switch to, we just need to win one room at a time. That's how it happens. So thank you for watching, everyone. A very tense but enjoyable W here on a Friday. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay warm, stay safe out there, and go play some Isaac. Go open some Magic cards. Go open some Pokemon cards. You should come by tonight. Twitch.tv/Invicta. Speaking of cards, we got them. Check them out. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Carlos Ibanez, Marcus, Nathan Trumbo, and Alacran19. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta. Sorry, Alacran.